One more game today. Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Elimination Tuesday here in Greenville, North Carolina, and these two teams are about to battle for their season. It's Italy and Canada. The winner will move on to an elimination game tomorrow against Washington. We have had 3 games already today, and we started things off with some drama. How about some fireworks? Maddie Locke going yard for the second home run that we've seen in this year's World Series. Washington was able to eliminate Texas, and then New Jersey put up some big numbers, and they did it in the rain. A 13-3 win over Connecticut to eliminate Connecticut and advance. And we just saw Japan shut out California. The team from Japan is moving on to tomorrow to face elimination once again. We have one spot left in Wednesday. Who is going to face Washington? Will it be Canada or Italy? Winner of this game will move on to tomorrow. Let's go one more game today. Courtney Lyle alongside 2-time Olympic gold medalist Michelle Smith, 2-time All-American, Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, Amanda Scarborough. And man, I mean, the pressure is on today because of these elimination games, and we still have one more with Canada and Italy.
I feel like these teams have handled the pressure well. I mean, an elimination day, you're feeling the nerves, the pressure. You don't want your season or summer to end. And 2 of the 3 games that we've seen have been really close. They've come down to the final innings.
Yeah, and I love the fact that this is a World Series. We have a team from Italy, a team from Canada. We have teams from all over the world playing here. It is a true World Series, and these ladies are playing to try to play one more day.
Hey, sounds like it's time for a map. Let's show you where all 12 of these teams come from, literally from all over the world. The 2 that you're seeing here, Italy and Canada, 2 of the 4 international teams that have made their way to Greenville, North Carolina. We moved to this spot back in 2021, and now these teams are dreaming of getting here to play on this field. Over 23,000 combined miles flown or traveled to get here to North Carolina. For Italy, they are from Bologna, Italy, and we saw them a couple of years ago. In fact, 3 appearances in the last 5 years for this Little League. The last was in 2024, but they are seeking their first Little League Softball World Series victory for this specific Little League. For Canada, it's also a familiar face, a 3rd straight appearance for on-field Little League, looking for their 2nd win in this tournament. This group just started a team 2 years ago. Last year didn't win any games. This year they're playing in the World Series. What a turnaround for Canada, and they will try to extend their season with a win over Italy tonight. 3 games have already been played, and one more pressure-packed game is on deck here in Greenville, North Carolina. Canada and Italy moments away. Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Well, we just saw Japan advance on to tomorrow, and it was Team North Carolina standing up in the stands cheering them on that entire game. Who is going to advance in our final elimination game of this Tuesday at the Little League Softball World Series? Will it be Italy or Canada? Both have traveled a very long way to play on this field. And first up, grabbing the bats will be Team Italy. Let's meet the team.
Ciao, sono Giulia Bernardi e la mia attrice preferita è Millie Bobby Brown.
Ciao, sono Linda Benelli, il mio cantante preferito è Ultimo.
Ciao, sono Anita Silimbani e la mia atleta preferita è Beatrice Ricchi.
Ciao, sono Valentina Fornari e il mio animale preferito è il gatto.
Ciao, sono Eleonora Lanfranco e la mia giocatrice preferita è Erika Biancastelli.
Ciao, sono Mia Lorenzi e il mio cantante preferito è Justin Bieber.
Ciao, sono Arianna Bragazzi e il mio cibo preferito è la pizza.
Ciao, sono Morgana Chiesa e la mia serie TV preferita è Stranger Things.
Ciao, sono Emma Kamaiti e il mio videogioco preferito è Super Mario Kart.
Ciao, sono Elisabeth Silvagni e il mio atleta preferito è Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ciao, sono Emma Marani Molinar e la mia band preferita sono le Blackpink.
Ciao, sono Nicole Sicuranza e le mie caramelle preferite sono le Golador.
Ciao, sono Linda Lorenzini e la mia serie TV preferita è NCIS.
Ciao, mi chiamo Sara Labassi e la mia cantante preferita è Anna Pepe.
And that is the team from Bologna, Italy. Their batting order goes 1 through 14. They fill up the card as every player on the roster shows up on the batting order and will get a chance to bat in this game. Emma Kamaiti is the leadoff hitter for Team Italy, and they will be facing Livia Hardy in the circle, who is the ace for this Canada team.
Yeah, Hardy throws in the low to mid 50s, and she likes to spot her fastball kind of all over the place. She has a natural screwball action to that pitch, so it'll move away from a left-handed hitter and into a right-handed hitter. And she also has a slow pitch, like they like to call it, or her changeup.
We saw Arde get the start against North Carolina yesterday and pitch 2 innings. Emma Kamaiti watches the first pitch come in. This is an Italy team that went 5-1 in their regional, and they beat Czechia, a country who made it here last year to represent Europe and Africa, in that regional championship game, and they had lost to Czechia 2 days earlier, 7-5, came back and beat them.
There's so many stories of resilience to get here. I mean, some kind of adversity that these teams went through in order to fight for a spot at the World Series and make it here.
For this Canada team, the path a little bit different. They beat a team from Alberta 2 times to advance. There was 3 teams playing in their regional. And they just finished up that regional a few days before they traveled here to the World Series. Upstairs, and Kamaiti will take her base. It's a leadoff walk for Team Italy.
Doing exactly what you want your leadoff to do, get on base. Doesn't matter if it's a hit, walk. Try to get that offense started.
Eleonora Lanfranco playing in center field and batting in the 2 spot. Trying to lay down the bunt to move her teammate over.
Well, in a day like today, an elimination day, in this elimination game, sacrifice bunts and moving runners are so important. We talked about defense and not making any mistakes, but some of these games have been low scoring. So being able to lay down the bunt and execute and advance runners is more important than ever.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I used to do a lot of clinics for Little League throughout the years, and one of the things I would always tell Little League coaches is that the fundamentals drive any sport. And so in our sport of softball, bunting, throwing, catching, a lot of times athletes are like, I want to throw the rise ball, I want to learn how to hit a home run, and you're like, no, no, no. It's the fundamentals that drive your success within the sport.
That is the manager, Mickey Vitaliani, who also played softball, and now passing it on to these girls, including her daughter, who is on the team. Her daughter, Emma.
Her sister coaches with her on this team as well. It's a family affair.
Awesome.
That throw is going to get away. And the runner going to second base slides in safely. Alexia Parra had to run it down in right field. Important to note, too, just before this game started, Canada had to make some shifts in their defensive alignment because, unfortunately, one of their players, Billy Le Breton, was injured in warm-ups. That's their center fielder.
Yeah, that was a tough moment that we saw in warm-ups. Her go down. You could tell that her teammates were concerned about her. Wishing her the best, of course.
So Isabelle Deschines is playing in center field, and Alexia Parra is in that right field position. Well, 2 walks to start this game. Nicole Siguranza fouls off the first pitch.
Siguranza swinging away, first pitch, trying to make something happen.
Strike coming in from Olivia Ardi. Olivia struck out 12 in the first game of their regionals in that battle with the team from Alberta. And that's her first strikeout today, her 3rd of the World Series for Ardi.
Well, one of the things the coach has said about Ardi is that she needs to throw a lot. She needs to warm up a good amount, a couple of walks earlier in this inning, and then picks up a big strikeout on the outer half. Big first out of the game for Ardi.
Sarah Al-Abbasi steps in, the catcher. Takes a cut, first pitch. Just past the right fielder. Runner's going to get the go-ahead to come on home, and Italy strikes first. Sarah Al-Abbasi with her first hit.
Al-Abbasi does a good job of sending this outside pitch the opposite way. And again, challenging Parra out in right field. The defensive changes that Canada needed to make pregame. She tries to track it down, but it gets past her, and Italy scores first in this elimination game.
Valentina Fornari looking to keep it going for Team Italy with 2 in scoring position now. But already working ahead 0-2.
Well, already early in this game, Ardi has been able to work from ahead. I feel like I've looked up and seen 0-2 counts, 1-2 counts, and a lot of pitchers counts for her. It's just going to be about putting these hitters away and finding the out pitch.
Jam job into the glove of Alice Jonat at first. 2 down with 2 on.
That's a big second out of that inning, especially with runners at second and third. Italy trying to make this a big inning with a crooked number. Obviously Canada trying to get that third out now.
Morgana Chiesi chases one upstairs. The ball rolls away from Artie in the circle. Mike Griffin, you want to add another camera, that cell phone, to our compliment here? I'm being told we're trying to work it into our camera compliment.
Which we have a good one here.
We do.
This week here at the World Series.
Cool. And man, our crew has been putting in the work. We have had all kinds of weather yesterday. They made it through 5 games yesterday. Chiesi, can she find some grass? No, Isabella Deschine, who had just been inserted into center field, comes over to make the play. But Italy's got a 1-run lead in this elimination game. To respond after Italy takes a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Let's meet the team from Repentigny, Quebec.
Hi, my name is Olivia Collard, and my favorite celebrity is Justin Bieber.
Hi, my name is Isabella Crystal Deschine, and my favorite food is spaghetti.
My name is Olivia Puga, and my favorite softball player is Sam Landry.
My name is Charlie Rose Bouchard, and my favorite singer is Bad Bunny.
Bonjour, mon nom est Olivia Hardy, et ma nourriture préférée est les tacos.
Mon nom est Cassie Pissir, et ma célébrité préférée est M&M.
Hi, my name is Billy Le Breton, and my favorite sports team is the Montreal Canadiens.
My name is Lena Pele, and my dream job is a lawyer.
My name is Alexia Parent, and my favorite band is Imagine Dragons.
Hi, my name is Eva Benoit, and my favorite celebrity is The Rock with his friend Kevin Hart.
Hello, my name is Alice Joannette. My favorite athlete is Yerico Junior.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sophie Lemieux, et ma célébrité préférée est Sia.
Team Canada out of Quebec, and Charlie Roche-Bouchard is at the top, the second baseman. She will lead off for this team Canada, and in the circle, Nicole Siguranza gets the ball today for Team Italy.
Nicole has got some experience in the circle. She throws a little bit of a changeup and a drop ball, so she's going to need to be able to work around the corners, limit the free passes, let that defense behind her help her out, get those outs.
And nice way to start, to come into the circle with a 1-run lead.
It always makes you feel even better in the circle. Those first pitches.
Second baseman, number 5, Charlie Bouchard.
So Charlie Roche-Bouchard steps in. Winner of this game moves on to tomorrow to face Washington. For this team, Italy, it's a young team. Haven't played very many games together, but one of the key games this season for the group was against the Netherlands. It ended up being the manager's favorite game. Mickey told us they really had to regroup and come back to win together. And that kind of set them on the path to make this World Series.
Nice inside moving down pitch. Siguranza.
And she's going to start this game with a strikeout.
Nice pitch on the outer half. This is just well located, going up against the lefty, and so look at the rotation on this. It almost looks like it's got a little screwball spin to it. Working that arm side of the plate. Good way to start.
She's going to be able to paint both corners the way that she did to that first hitter, especially being able to go hard into the lefty and then away. This could be a good sign for Italy.
Now, she has not thrown yet in this tournament. Remember, Italy has only played one game. Olivia Puga dribbles that one over to Kamaiti at second. Next up, the third baseman, Olivia Collar. Team Canada going after the pitches early. One of the highlights for Olivia Collar this season was hitting a home run over the fence. She has an older sister that played softball as well.
See how big she swings. She takes big hacks, so no wonder that she's had the power to hit it out of the park. But that's one of the things you always remember as a youth softball player. The first time you hit it out of the park, home run, your best memories.
Change piece just past the shortstop. And Olivia Collar is the first base runner for Canada. Look, they told us she was aggressive and plays with intensity. We saw that.
Oh, we see it in this first at bat with every swing, but look at her sit back on this changeup and keep her eye on the ball, up in the zone, able to just go up and get it. This is a backhand flip changeup that Siguranza is throwing. We can't wait, I'm sure Michelle and I, to talk more about the way that she throws that pitch when we see it more. Very unique changeup for her.
Elena Pele up at the plate, trying to extend this inning with 2 outs and the first runner on. Collar at first.
It's a track athlete.
I know, like she's stepping into the blocks.
So you're allowed to leave once the ball is released from the pitcher's hand. So she's working on that teal-colored cleat to be off the bag as soon as it's released.
Hard hit ball back at the pitcher. Shortstop there to make the play. And the runner is safe. Pele beat it out. The throw from Manelli. And so Italy is asking them to review this play. You get 2 reviews per game. If you're correct in your review, you get to keep it.
I thought she was out. I think is her foot on the base is the question.
Is that foot on the bag? And the call in the field was that the runner was safe because the foot was not on the bag. Oh, right there.
Yeah, I think it came off, like her heel
Yeah.
release. It's very hard.
The question is right here when it first goes in, is it on? I think then it does come off. Right there, that's the question.
It might be one of those that whatever the call is on the field.
Which was the runner was safe.
Oh, she needs to be on that side. That side.
And they'll say runner is safe. Call is going to stand. Pele continuing the hustle, and it pays off here. 2-on for Canada.
Canada is bringing the energy early in this game. They're getting excited about getting a runner on with 2 outs, getting 2 runners on with 2 outs, and that will go down as an infield single for Pele.
Now the pitcher, Olivia Hardy. Going down to get it, dribbler over to Benelli. Looking for the lead runner, and she got her for out number 3. So Canada threatening, but they leave a couple of runners on, and Italy still leads this elimination game 1-0. In the history of the Little League Softball World Series. Oh my gosh, I love a throwback logo. Look at this footage from 2001. It was Puerto Rico back in 2001 in Alpenrose in Portland, Oregon, getting the win. Look at our score bug, guys. I feel like we've come a long way.
Dog piles, still the same.
Still the same.
I love a good walk-off, huh? The championship game, that's what it looked like happened there for them to win it.
This year's Team Puerto Rico sitting in the stands watching. They have a nice break, guys. They don't play again until Thursday because they won yesterday. That's the only game they've played so far. They got a bye on Sunday.
It does make me realize, Michelle, that I miss trace pads. The shorts uniforms instead of pants, and you have the trace pad padding on the shins, you know, because you don't want to get hit with the ground ball or a line drive or a hit by pitch on your shin. That's just going to hurt. So trace pads were the way to go.
They were the way to go. And they had the shorter ones or they had the longer
ones? Oh, yeah.
Ones?
The ones that just covered your knees or the one that covered your entire shin?
The entire shin was the way to go.
We just traded it for the Evo Shield on the arm.
Yes, yes, right.
Alice Jonette is going to, oh, excuse me, got to flip the scorecard over here. Linda Benelli at the shortstop is going to lead off this inning for Team Italy.
Well, because, Michelle, the long ones, too, you could pull up over the knee and then have protection on your shin and your knee. So that really was the way to go.
They were versatile. It was a thing. They were popular. Multiple colors, although the black, I think, was the most popular.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, black was the best seller.
And that was before composite bats, so there was a lot of poing when you hit the aluminum.
It sounded different coming off the bat.
Coming off the bat.
Well, now it's like Courtney, you don't ever see any uniforms with shorts in it, but that used to be the thing. That's all we used to wear. And then pants, uniform pants, slowly is a progression.
And you'd go back to the shorts?
I would not go back to the shorts. I loved playing in pants. Once that became a thing, I did it for the first time. I'm like, whoa, what are we even doing? I've been playing with shorts and sliders underneath.
Benelli with a swing and a miss, and Livia Artie gets her second strikeout. Uh-oh, Amanda, we have a pup date for you.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, tell us who it is.
This is Ranger, you guys. Ranger is 4 months, and we have noticed him from the minute that he got here. Our crew is on top of it and loves dogs too.
Amanda has a sixth sense.
Yes.
She can just, oh, there's a puppy here.
So cute.
Huge softball fan. Ranger is.
He needs to come back on out for the rest of the week. We'll be here all week until Sunday.
I mean, if he wants to come in the booth,
that's right.
Not opposed.
Wouldn't mind.
Linda Lorenzini swings hard at that pitch from Livia Artie. Artie walked the leadoff to start this game, and eventually Kamaiti would come around to score thanks to a double from Sarah Alabasi, and that's the difference right now for Italy as Lorenzini is hit by a pitch.
For Europe, Africa, 17, Elizabeth Silvani.
1 on, 1 away for Elizabeth Silvani. Bunt. Rolling towards Olivia Kolar, who fires to retire the batter runner. Advancing the runner over to second, though.
That is a nice bunt, but that's a really good defensive play by Kolar over there. Third base. Pick that up, gun it over to first, make sure she gets out the second out of the inning.
Anita Silimbani. Runner thought about it. Retreats back to second.
You can see every time Kolar touches the ball or swings like we saw in her at bat, she's just aggressive, and that's what her coaches say about her. A powerful athlete with a natural glove, and that she plays with intensity and aggressively. You just tell. I mean, she makes a big impact for this team.
And a third baseman for this Team Canada.
Love the vocal. Cheering the team on.
Livia Artie working. 2 strikeouts in this inning. Well, speaking of pitching, when we come back, Odyssey Alexander Bennett is coming up to the booth. Pro players like Odyssey Alexander Bennett who are here watching these little leaguers play and throwing out a first pitch from before this Canada and Italy game. And now Odyssey is in the booth with us. Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series. First impressions?
Hey, it is good to be back. The first thing I had to do was get a hot dog.
Yeah. What's one of your early softball memories for when you started to love this game, like these little girls are learning to love softball?
I think just the joy that I see them having, that's what I had when I was at that age, and that's what I try to instill in them, to keep having that. Have that joy and have that fun.
When did you start pitching? How old were you?
I was 7. I started pitching when I was 7.
Okay, and then how did that go for you early on at that age and to their age at about 11, 12?
It was just so much fun. It's something that brought me just peace, and I would watch Amanda Scarborough, who is here beside me all the time. I would just watch a lot of softball, and I was like, I want to be like her. I want to be like her, and then just kind of creating my own craft with pitching to the water well.
That's right.
And honestly, a lot of younger athletes, pitchers, will both pitch and hit. I remember watching you at JMU when you first emerged on the scene. Great hitter, great pitcher. How important is it for young athletes to continue to do both?
I feel like now it is good to be versatile, especially at this young age, because when you get to college, you know, you can get thrown anywhere. I was thrown in right field, third base, first base, and, you know, I had practiced that when I was growing up. So it's good to be versatile.
Well, this Canada team is trying to play comeback after Italy took a 1-run lead in the top of the first inning. Alice Jonette with a foul ball.
Shot down.
They had an opportunity. They left 2 on in the last inning. We were talking about how cool it is and unique that there's these international teams here. And we saw the North Carolina team in the stands cheering for Team Japan, just meeting different softball players and getting to meet the pro players. But what is it like for you as a pro to talk to these young athletes?
I mean, that goes a long way for me, especially because we were in their shoes one day and just watching them sit here and compete and just seeing even the K. Did you see the Ks?
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing that. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I know on the Bandits we had something where we would yell 3, where we get straight up 3 up, 3 down. So that's something kind of cool. Seeing them embrace the moment and be in the moment and just be present.
Well, something else that we saw that was kind of cool was this play made by a pitcher named Avery Cox.
Oh, we wanted to show you.
We want you to watch this play.
Avery Cox for Texas. Does that remind you of anything?
That looks a little familiar. 2021, that looks a little familiar.
Oh, wow.
Do you mean this?
Oh, wow.
I will never forget watching this live, Odyssey.
Prime time.
It was so epic. Even though, Michelle, I'm sorry, that was against Oklahoma State. But this call, somehow I am lucky enough to have been on the call for both of these plays. And they're just the best memories.
Yes. Amazing.
I remember speaking with you then. And oh my goodness, I will never forget. Moments I'll never forget.
Do you remember the play?
I do remember the play.
Yeah, you were present. I didn't know if like you blacked out or like
kinda, a little bit. It was just like, listen, we are tired, and let's go home, guys. Let's wrap this up.
How often do people bring that play up to you? Because it's just such an iconic play from the World Series that you're known for.
They do a lot, and I'm blessed to be on that platform, to be able to have been on that platform, to be that play and do that play. Because I mean, I practice like that all the time. I was just on a huge stage and just blessed and grateful. It's brought me a long way. That one play has brought me a long way.
Well, and it brought you to playing with the AUSL, and now you're with the Chicago Bandits. What was this summer like, and what's it been like to play in the AUSL?
It's been amazing, honestly. Just having the resources that the AUSL gives us. I get to have Halo. My husband traveled with me, so that's a blessing. I can't ask for nothing better.
So they just called an illegal pitch because I think her hands came apart. So the manager, Mickey, is going to go over and talk to her pitcher. Oh, a double touch is what we're being told. And so she's explaining that to Nicole in the circle.
Yeah, so once you bring...
Like your hands, you have to deliver the ball, so you can't bring them back together. Do a little practice to make sure she has it down.
Yep, that does not count as a visit to the circle. Just explaining it to her pitcher. Odyssey, you mentioned Halo, your beautiful daughter. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
What was it like? I know it's so inspiring as a female in sports to watch someone come back from having a baby and showing these women that want to have a family that they can do it. What was the best part and what was the hardest part? Look at how cute she is.
The best part was, one, just having her be present, no matter after a win or after a loss. Like Halo was Halo. Halo was smiling, so that kind of really kept me going. And just showing these girls, like, you can do it too. I know I was inspired by Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, Kaylani Ricketts, all of the mothers here now who, Amanda Lorenz, we got a lot going on. Kinsey, like, it's so much going on, and I'm all for it. So I'm grateful that I can inspire others, and I'm grateful to be inspired by my other teammates.
It was so great to see you two be recognized with the AUSL Impact Award with your work with the Natasha Watley Foundation. Can you talk about why that's important to you?
You know, I look at myself in my younger days and I'm like, wow, like I wish I had what these girls have now, and this game is growing so much. And, you know, this game has given me so much, so it's only, you know, only right for me to give back to it, the game that's given me so much.
And there you are with the Impact Award this year.
Yep, with the sun in my eyes.
So what's an example? Oops, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, it's so great. Or if you see it, you can be it. And these young athletes nowadays get to look up to athletes like yourself. You've played professionally in Japan. You play professionally now in the U.S. And it's important. I love the fact that you're here motivating these young girls. But what does it mean to you as well? I know that you work with young athletes as well. What does it mean for you looking forward?
I think this game is going in the right direction, and of course I want to be a part of that. In any way I can do that, invest, have that connection, the resources, like I have that. So having the building that I have, 643 Richmond, it is that, and it's all females,
awesome.
Which is a blessing because, you know, growing up I didn't have that. So being able to give back and give back to these younger girls to make them, or let them know, like, you can be it too. You dream it, you can be it.
Well, I love that you didn't have it. You recognize, you know, the need for it and how important it would have been for you as a young athlete, and now you're giving it to these young athletes. You can't say enough about that.
Yes.
Well, Sophie Lemieux is up at the plate right now, guys, and Canada's got an opportunity to take the lead in this game. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead run is at first base right now for Canada. And Lemieux behind 0-2 to Sikuranza in the circle with no outs here. It's been a walk and a hit by a pitch that have put the two runners on. And that one bounces away from Elavasi. It allows both runners to advance. Tying run 60 feet away. Odyssey, there's a lot of pressure here for these athletes. How do you handle pressure?
You know, I've started this little thing. Well, I've done it honestly all my life. Is before I step on the field, I always say joy over pressure. I know I've prepared myself for these moments and the hard moments, so it's just joy over pressure here. And so what?
Yeah, that's right. So
what happens, happens. I'm bringing my best against your best. Love it.
You will play in the pro game tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2, along with a lot of other AUSL athletes. And there are two Olympic coaches that are going to be coaching in the game, Lisa Fernandez and Natasha Watley. Forgive me, I can't remember which one, as there's a strikeout there. Which one is your coach for the roster? Is Natasha Watley. Okay, well that makes great sense. Yes. Natasha Watley Foundation. Now she's going to be your coach. How excited are you for the game tomorrow?
I'm so excited, and it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, how cool is it to say I'm, you know, playing under, well, two legends. I'm under Watley, but two legends. To say I get to do this is just a blessing.
Elavasi is able to get there, and Sikuranza comes in to cover the plate, so the runner does not advance for Canada. They've got another opportunity here, just one out with two in scoring position for Alexia Parra.
Well, and the athletes will be in the stands tomorrow watching you guys. What do you hope that they see or are looking for when they watch you guys play tomorrow night in person?
I just hope they take out how much joy. I hope they see the joy in us playing this game and just let them know, like, it's fun. It's so much fun. My job is fun.
You just sounded like Natasha Watley there with even how you sounded, like the tone of your voice, all of that sounded like Tosh.
That's my girl.
Parra, ooh, that's foul, but felt good.
And I love that you preach that, the fun. I always tell young athletes that the umpire says play ball, not work ball, not stress out ball, play ball. You're supposed to play and go have fun. Yes. And let's face it, when you are having fun, you typically play better, right? You're enjoying it more than being stressed out and you know, all these awful things. So, because that's what sometimes how people handle pressure. So I love that you're encouraging and teaching that.
Odyssey, we actually saw the previous game, California and Japan. They were doing the Cupid Shuffle together before they came on the field to warm up. So talk about having fun. I know.
See, that's what it's all about.
It was really cool.
Have you had a chance to play internationally or play teams and players from different countries? What's your experience with that, if at all? Because we just keep thinking of how it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for these players to get to play Japan, Italy, and Canada going up against each other. What's your history with that?
I experienced Japan. I would say I did like it. It's something I can say like, oh, how cool is it to experience that? So it was pretty cool. Being across the world, a little homesick, but a little homesick, so I had to get used to that. But I can say that's something very cool I get to tell Halo I experienced.
So cool. Yeah, the 12 teams here have combined to travel almost 24,000 miles to make it here to Greenville. I know, isn't that crazy?
That is insane.
Collectively, a lot of miles.
2-2 to Para.
But it's also amazing that our sport brings people from around the globe together, you know, to be able to share that. We might speak different languages, we might look different, but we have a passion
and it's
for
so
the same
special.
sport.
You see Team Puerto Rico in the stands watching.
It's so special.
Para's about to see the 8th pitch of this at bat. And it's going to be back-to-back strikeouts for Sikuranza.
Wow. Sikuranza really stepping up in a pressure situation. Look at the rotation on this ball. Nice upward spin, and she just places that on the outer half, gets the swing and miss. Back-to-back strikeouts in a really big situation, trying to keep Canada off the board.
All right, pitching specific advice, because you're coaching young athletes that are 11, 12, 13 years old. What's your best advice to young pitchers who are this age?
Ooh. I get some that are just starting. I get some that are like pretty elite. For them, it's work hard. Hard work builds confidence. And when you step on the field and you are in those pressure situations, you're built for it because you've worked hard. You've prepared yourself for it. So I would say hard work builds confidence.
Isabella Deschine, who's playing in center field today, is at the plate as Canada. This is the second opportunity they've had to tie the game.
Sikuranza here.
Yes.
With 2 runners in scoring position, being able to get back-to-back strikeouts, now in a pitcher's count again. You talk about pressure, building some confidence here. This has to be pressure for her in an elimination game.
Yes.
Yeah, remember earlier in this inning called for an illegal pitch. All those things in your mind. Pitch close to the zone. Get the call. Hey, you know, as a former pitcher, I'm like, if it's not bouncing, I think it should be a strike.
I'm right there with you.
Calling Odyssey's games, I think she agrees with you for sure.
So with you.
2-2 to Deschine. Look at Sikuranza work. 3 strikeouts in a row to get out of the threat. Odyssey, thank you so much for your time. We can't wait to watch you play tomorrow.
Yes, thank you guys.
AUSL Pro Game will be tomorrow night at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. Team Italy handling the pressure in this elimination game. Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Game Changer is the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. Coach smarter, connect live and replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. They're on Game Changer right now. Just checking the score.
That's right.
Man, Canada had 2 runners in scoring position. Could have taken the lead in this game, but ice in the veins of Nicole Siguranza, the pitcher. 3 strikeouts in a row. A big pop. What a catch from Lena Pele!
I love the excitement after a big defensive play. Doesn't matter what the score is, doesn't matter if you're up or down. We have seen this in this World Series where you make a great defensive play and the celebrations ensue, rightfully so. Look at the way she times that perfectly. A little bit of a snow cone, but gets that nice big out.
Julia Bernardi up now after the solid catch by Pele. I just want a whole rip of defensive plays because, man, we've had some really good ones. Did you see Lucy Callett in center field today making that grab for Connecticut?
Yes. Different variety, too. The defense has been spot on today.
I got a push alert on my phone from ESPN about that play.
Well, especially given the conditions of the field. We've had so much rain over the last couple days that they're still making these great plays despite the conditions maybe not being perfect. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, the grounds crew has had to work overtime, and they have done a fantastic job keeping us going. Olivia Ardi with a strikeout, her 4th.
Olivia Ardi just continues to work from ahead, gets a little chase up in the zone here, and she's given up a couple of free passes, but really not much. Ardi settling into this game in the 3rd.
Emma Morani Molinar steps in at 5'8", guys. One of the taller players that we've seen.
Absolutely.
Her mom is Mickey, the manager.
She pitches too, Molinar does. She's got those long levers, long arms and legs. I could definitely see this body type being a pitcher for sure. Just tell.
Slow roller back to Ardi. And a quick inning for this Canada defense. They're ready to grab those bats and try to catch up once again to Italy.
standing in the circle. How about when the pressure is on, runners at second and third, she comes up big with 3 big strikeouts to get out of the jam, really locating her pitches on the corner. She has been on fire.
There's a ton of pressure that she had to feel. A 1-0 game, elimination game, and she just bared down with Odyssey Alexander in the booth with us, and she got to witness all of that with other pro players in action or in attendance as well.
And she had to regroup after being called for an illegal pitch, and still was able to get those 3 strikeouts to end the inning.
Additional pressure.
Do I dare say it's a beautiful night outside right now? I'm a little afraid to jinx it. Too late, said it.
Yeah.
Our 4th elimination game of this Tuesday. We ended up playing 5 games yesterday because of just so much rain on Sunday. The winner of this game will move on to face Washington tomorrow in an elimination game. That'll be at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Eva Benoit, bottom of the order for Canada. And they call another illegal pitch on Sikuranza. Amanda, what are you seeing here?
So she was already on the pitching rubber, took the ball out of her glove and did like a pitch into her glove. And then she took the ball out of her glove and showed her both of her hands again and presented the ball. So she's a little bit confused. You can see her teammate trying to figure it out. The umpire is going to be talking to the manager. So right here, she gets on seat. She takes the ball out of her glove. So at that point, her hands come together. She pitches it into her glove, and then she takes the ball away again before she goes into the real pitch.
So once she steps on the rubber and puts the ball in her glove, she can't come apart.
I'm surprised
twice.
they didn't call it quicker and not even allow her to throw the pitch.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
And plus, she kind of pitched it into her glove, which
she needs to do that at the back of the circle
when she's not on the pitching rubber.
Correct.
So she can pitch into her glove all day. Right now, she's not on the pitching rubber. She's in the back of the circle. She can do whatever she wants, but you have to step up.
She just did it there now.
Once your hands come together when you're on the pitching rubber, you have to go into your pitch. That's just probably the most simplest way to say it. So you just can't go back and forth from your glove and show the ball and then back and forth that way. And she gets really close every time. Yeah, that's why the umpire is calling it.
Well, now you can tell she's thinking about it, right? And she's worked from behind. So she has that habit to want to throw into her glove. It's fine as long as you do it at the back of the circle, like you mentioned.
And you can tell it's getting to her confidence. And the crazy thing is, Michelle, it's like it's nothing really to do with your mechanics, your pitching mechanics, but it's just in her head about getting out of her routine.
Exactly.
Yes, out of her comfort zone.
So remember, Canada, to start the last inning, a batter walked, and then it was a hit by a pitch. That put the 2 on. They were not able to bring them around, left them stranded both in scoring position. So now they've got 1 on via the free pass with Charlie Ross Bouchard ready to crush it. Top of the order.
She's throwing it with a little bit less velocity than when she started the game. She was 54, 55 when she started. Adrenaline was running. That last pitch coming in at 51.
Ross Bouchard trying to bunt. Runner's going.
And she had a big jump.
El Abbasi with the throw. Runner's going to be safe.
Yeah, as soon as that ball popped out of El Abbasi's glove, Ava took off to second.
Canada has had a runner in scoring position in every inning now.
Yeah, she, and this
she
is
was
why,
out.
It's just a reminder, it's so important to slide into bags and not go standing up like that. You make yourself a bigger target to tag.
Little League, you have to slide feet first unless you're retreating back to a bag. Hopper to Sikuranza.
Sikuranza gets the out, but she's very lucky. Her feet were pointed in a different direction, but she does get the out.
Runner does advance to third base. Canada 60 feet away from tying this game. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Olivia Puga. The turnaround for this Canada program has been wild. It was 2 years ago that they saw the opportunity that they could go to the Little League Softball World Series, so they started a team. They didn't win any games.
Amazing.
And then this year, they're at the World Series.
So year one, they're, I think it was 0-15.
Yeah.
But they said it taught them a lot. Taught them a lot about perseverance, about being involved, being committed.
Well, they were really young. They were playing 12U as 10-year-olds. So they've had the experience of playing the older girls for a while now. And now they're the older girls in the age group and made it here.
3 straight appearances for this specific Little League, on-field Little League.
And several of them play baseball, too. And same goes for a player or two for the Italy team. They play both softball and baseball.
Oh, I love it.
Puga to Benelli at short. It hops away. She's going to be safe. Canada has tied the game, and Puga wants some more. Over to second. 1-all.
That was a great job, and I love that this program from Canada, they call themselves the Terminator, that we are not done. They are just a tough, tough team. They believe in themselves, and that's what they've been doing here. They've been threatening, but they finally break through here in the bottom of the third to tie up this game.
A single and an error allowed Puga to advance to second and the run to score. Olivia Kolar now. Runner going to third. Oh, Puga showing off her speed.
So aggressive. Seen a lot of stolen bases today.
And Canada with an opportunity to take their first lead. Ozzy Pele is their manager over there in the third base box. Ozzy originally from Venezuela and moved to Canada when he was 13.
So the catcher was blocked from making that throw to third base, with Kolar stepping out of the box and moving into her lane to throw.
Respiriamo un attimo, non è successo niente. Guardiamo il corridore in terza. Loro sul tiro in prima probabilmente vanno. Ok? Se fanno bunt, guardiamo 3. Finta e la peschiamo che va a casa, ok? Quando guardate 3, fatela rientrare, ok? Fate la mossa e sparate uno, dovete essere velocissimi a sparare uno, raga? Velocissime. Tu lì devi essere un muro.
E se facciamo finta di non uscire?
Ah, tu ne uno, guardi e tiri uno. Guardate, però assicuratevi che rientri, ok? Fissa.
Anche noi le finte.
No, voi guardate e tirate uno, l'ho detto 4 volte. Guardate e tirate uno. Andiamo, raga, Dure qui, questo non passa, duro un muro, Sara un muro lì, non facciamoci sorprendere, andiamo.
That's a Mickey Vitaliani, who is the manager. Her sister, Stefania, is also an assistant on the team, and they both played together on the Italian national team.
Awesome. Yeah, giving back.
And there's Mickey and her sister playing on the Italian national team.
Look like twins.
I know.
Yeah.
We did ask. Sometimes they do fight.
Siblings, of course.
Yeah, they were really competitive. Mickey told us her sister was the better hitter and she was the better fielder, for the record. Olivia Collard smacks that ball into the gap, and it's scooped up by Lanfranco, but Canada is going to take the lead in this game.
Well, and I think Italy thinks maybe she left a little bit early.
This could be really big.
Yeah.
Italy seems very sure of themselves that she left the base early at third, tagging.
She did hesitate. She came off, then she hesitated, and then she left. The question is, right, was it early?
I could see the fake out, though, why they might think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's right on time.
Yes, it looks on time. I think the hesitation on her part is maybe she wasn't sure if she was supposed to go or not. She obviously had plenty of time to score.
I do think she missed the plate and had to come back and tag it again.
It happens.
It does.
Yes, we've seen that a little bit here.
We've seen it at the World Series in Oklahoma City.
We've seen it at the Olympic level as well.
There's a lot of ground that Lanfranco covered out in center field to track that ball down. It was well struck.
Oh, and that is not something you can review in Little League. So that is what they are letting Italy know. You can, of course, in college softball, but not in Little League.
It'll make them feel better anyway when they go back and look at the replay and see that she didn't really leave early anyway. So,
yeah, but Canada just taking the lead here and looking to add to it. Remember, if you lose this game, you're going home. Lena Pele singled in the first inning. Her dream job is to be a lawyer. Shortstop going back, Benelli. But Canada strikes 2 runs across for the team from Canada, and they lead this game for the first time. Game presented by T-Mobile, and this morning, that is when it happened. Maddie Locke starting the game off for Washington, facing elimination with a home run, just the second home run of this World Series, and then went into the circle and struck out 4.
Yeah, she looked dominant in the circle. She felt a lot of pressure, I'm sure, in an elimination game, and she just stepped up at the plate and in the circle as they went on to beat a very talented Texas team. And the home run that she hit, that is the ball with her mom, Danielle Lowry. And Maddie Locke went 3 for 3 with the home run, 4 RBIs, and she scored a bunch of runs too.
Yeah, it was a great win for Washington. It was a really good defensive effort behind her as well. I love that.
Yeah, and they were able to advance with a 7-3 win over Texas. And then look at this New Jersey team, the most runs by a Mid-Atlantic team in Little League Softball World Series history. They scored 13, and then we had a thriller and a 1-0 win for Team Japan, who shut out Team California and advanced to tomorrow.
Nippon kachimashita. That means Japan won.
On it. Love that.
And one of these two teams that we're watching now, Italy or Canada, will also make their way to tomorrow's elimination game, where they will face that Washington team at 1 Eastern. Courtney Lyle, Amanda Scarborough, and Michelle Smith with you, and we've been watching this game, and we just saw Canada come back and take the lead for the very first time in the bottom of the last inning.
Being able to take advantage of one of those leadoff walks. They had been in a situation the inning before that, also with a leadoff walk and hit by pitch, but then the Italy pitcher, Siguranza, was able to get 3 strikeouts in a row, but what a bounce back for them in the next inning to get an opportunity to score and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. They've been threatening, but couldn't push that run across to the first or the second. Finally did in that 3rd inning. So now they're going to have to defend it. See if they can keep Italy off the board now.
It's the bottom of the order in the 14th spot, as everybody on your roster is on the lineup card in Little League. So Mia Lorenzi gets her first at bat of the night here in the top of the 4th inning against Livia Ardi.
Really like the way Artie's been throwing as of late. That first inning got a little bit of trouble. She walked the first 2 hitters and then gave up a hit to the number 4 batter. But you know, since then, she's been on lockdown mode. Just 1-hit batter. She's retired the last 5 in order.
Lorenzi rolls this to Roche Bouchard. 1 away. Professional softball returns to Greenville for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, set to take place tomorrow at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. You can learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. We've got some of the athletes in the stand. There's Mac Barbara, who has a really cool connection to Team Italy. She's played with them.
Yeah, and I like that she's like right into the camera.
Ross Bouchard being tested at second base. She's retired a couple.
Yeah, she played with the Italian national team this summer. In fact, she was on her way back from competing with the Italian national team and coming back to the United States. She was on a plane, got a text message about her getting essentially called up to play in the AUSL and play with the Chicago Bandits. And she said she just broke down crying when she got the message. But she was representing Team Italy with her cousin, Bella Dayton, who also plays with the Bandits. It's a really big moment for her, and she was chatting with the Italian team before the game.
Yeah, so we'll get to see her play tomorrow night. It's not on this field. It's just down the street at East Carolina on their field. And these Little Leaguers will get the chance to go over there and watch the pros. Return the favor for the pros watching them tonight. Ball. Eleonora Lanfranco.
You know, Erica Piancastelli has also been here in previous years, and she's a big part of Team Italy and their national team program. A lot of these girls look up to her. She's not here this year, but I know that they've really enjoyed being able to see her in years past.
Yeah, she's an elite hitter.
And actually, Eleonora, who's at the plate right now, she wrote down she would most like to meet Erica Piancastelli.
Actually, I believe Piancastelli actually led a couple of the pro leagues in hitting. I mean, she was, when I say elite hitter, I mean best of the best. Her average, had some power, but just great fundamental hitter.
Yeah, she played at McNeese, I believe, and one of their best home run hitters of all time.
Mickey still got it. Ready to go, ready to field a ground ball. Would like to see some more hustle on that one, Coach. I think she could have had a shot at getting it over there.
I love her encouragement and her passion that she displays to the young ladies.
Artie's gonna get the K. 5 strikeouts tonight for Livia Artie, and her team has the lead, facing elimination at the World Series.
Well, after capturing the lead, it was 3 up, 3 down for Artie, and the circle even when facing the top of the lineup. Artie stepping up big late in this game.
They're trying to make this summer last forever here at the Little League Softball World Series, and you got to win today on Elimination Day. We've seen 3 teams be eliminated from this tournament. Started the week with 12 teams from around the world, and our final elimination game today, Italy and Canada. And we've got a new pitcher in the circle for Team Canada, as Emma Kamaidi will step in to take over for Sikuransa.
Leading off the home half of the 4th inning for Canada, number 8, Leva Hardy.
Kamaidi will throw similar to Sikuranza with her changeup and her drop ball. I think that Kamaidi has a little bit more confidence in her changeup.
Olivia already skies one. And underneath it is Eleonora Lanfranco in center.
Her mom, Kamaidi's mom, told us that her dream is to be Ueno. And they actually got to meet her last year in Italy.
That's pretty special.
Jonette taking the first pitch to the shortstop. Benelli makes the play. 2 pitches, 2 down.
Pretty good start to the inning.
Yeah.
The left fielder, number 9, Cassiopeia Sear.
Cassie Sear. My favorite softball player is Carlin Pickens, the #1 pick in this year's AUSL College draft to the Carolina Blaze. Out of Tennessee. Just gotta throw that in there as a Tennessee alum.
It just shows the reach of these young ladies being able to watch television and watch ESPN and see their favorite athletes playing.
And Cassie Sear, not only a good softball player, she is a talented diver. And has been one of the surprises of the year for this Canada team. She's one of those players, Amanda, that you mentioned that also plays baseball. Picture perfect right now here in Greenville, North Carolina. Just down the road from East Carolina. Silimbani ready, turning first base into the hot corner. It's a 7-pitch inning for Emma Kamaiti.
And she has 5 strikeouts up to this point. She has just gotten better and better as this game has gone on. Really smooth mechanics, big long arm circle, and Hardy doing her job in the circle and now getting to pitch with the lead late in this game through 4 innings pitched.
Wow, 14 of 16 first pitch strikes, Amanda, for Olivia Hardy.
We were talking about that. Michelle just continuing to pitch from ahead. It just seemed like early on she couldn't put the hitters away, and then she started to figure that out when she was working from ahead.
Well, and remember, her coaching staff said that she can start slow sometimes. She needs to pitch a lot, so she needs to have a very long warm-up before the game. She walked the first 2 batters of the game, but guess what? Since then, no walks. It's been pretty impressive.
And she will start with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Team Italy. Nicole Siguranza, who started this game in the circle, is now up at the plate.
It's a big inning for Hardy to approach here too, facing 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Italy. And if you're Italy, you're probably looking at this inning like, man, we have a good chance to score here with who's coming up.
That's a good pen collection right there.
Oh, yeah. She knows it.
Oh,
look at
that. I'll take the snow cone.
They've been all over the place. I saw them taking pictures and being right down in front of us with the AUSL players, getting autographs. They've kind of been everywhere. They're getting the whole Little League experience with the Pens, too.
That's right.
Scooped up by Charlie Ross Bouchard. Well, Thursday, Major League Baseball on ESPN. Royals hosting the Twins at 7:30 Eastern, also streaming on the ESPN app. You know, speaking of Pens, guys, I got a special treat this morning. I ran in to Logan and Savannah, 2 of our camera women, in the lobby this morning, and those 2 plus Elaine came up with their own pen.
I love it.
And they gave me one.
That's very cool.
It is
No
so
way.
cool. Yeah, and you cannot have it. It is mine. It is so cool.
So you're saying you won't trade us for
I
it?
will not trade for it. That is a no trade situation.
So valuable.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts of Little League, both baseball and softball.
I remember going to tournaments, to national tournaments, and pin trading was a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you'd have your team pin, and you'd go to opening ceremonies and be looking for trades, and then there would be these teams that would spend a lot of money on their pins, and they would be big ones. And, you know, if you had a big pin, you had to be very selective of, like, maybe a 2-for-1 trade.
That's right.
Or, like, you had to negotiate it. And we didn't always have a big pin.
2-for-1.
Like, you might trade somebody else's team to get, like, the big pins. And sometimes, like, people would deny you to trade a pin because it got that serious. Yeah, it was a tricky situation to go up and ask for a pin trade because you're just a little bit nervous if they're going to say no or not.
You didn't like being told no at that age. You don't like
it's embarrassing.
Exactly, you don't want to be denied.
Lena Pele making the play at short, 2 down.
There were some that had like blinkies on it. A blinker was like primo pin.
That's like worth 3 or 4.
Oh my God, guys. Yeah, it was worth 4. Like, what else do you got for me?
You know, there's
to trade
nothing
for
like a
blinker?
blinking pin. Nothing
Next
like
level.
it.
Especially with a good battery.
I still have them
Lexi.
somewhere.
There she is.
Lexi's on our team, Team ESPN. And she has a great pen collection going on.
And her hat, too.
Look at that. She has the Japanese flag pin up there. Oh, now this is...
Oh, look at this.
That's Little League right there.
That's Olivia Puga tying the shoe of the hitter for Italy, of Valentia Fornari. We've seen awesome sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's been great to see how these players react to each other. There have been a couple of little collisions or moments where the players have made contact and they help each other up or they slap each other's hands. They make sure that they're okay. Love to see it.
Earlier today, we saw Team North Carolina here, and they became Team Japan fans. They were cheering them on like they were playing in the game. It was awesome.
It was.
Fornari lifting it, and it's into the glove of Sear, who just moved over to right field. Canada holding on to that lead. Better hold on to that slushie, too. This is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Amanda's on her way out to get in line for the Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot World Series happening near the bathroom and the concession stand over there at Elm Street Park.
Very serious.
It is. They are.
Oh, man. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, paper covers rock.
I don't think that these guys showed up to the game today. Whoa, that's a lot of pins.
Whoa.
That is a lot of pins.
There's layers to that. Oh.
Oh, wow.
That's the one that I have from our ladies.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this.
So cool. That's so cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's got a camera and 3 ducks on it. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan.
Oh, there it is. Look at you.
Love it.
Fantastic.
So great.
Do I see glitter in her hair too, by the way? Like by doing some of these little
Did Team
leaguers?
Canada rub off from Team Canada?
That's right.
And Canada was trying to add to this lead. Morgana Chiesi up. Excuse me, Sophie Lemieux up. Remember, Team Italy changed pitchers in the last inning, so Emma Kamaiti is in the circle still for Italy. Retired 3 batters that she faced in the last inning and only had to throw 7 pitches to do it. Impressive.
We really enjoyed talking to the Canada manager, Ozzy Pele, and he just has a good grasp on this team and what this team needed to form connection and culture and togetherness. They even went to a tournament, and in the middle of the tournament, he wanted them to do some team bonding, and he had them take their phones away, and they just all had to connect in a different ways, that they were engaging with each other and not engaging with their phones.
And he's so positive, as you mentioned. They all have a band on their wrists, and we were like, well, what's the band say? Normally there's a message. And he's like, no message, just a band, and you look at it, and it basically tells the story of, like, you can be strong and you can do it. And I like the fact that, you know, sometimes things have to be sophisticated, and you're like, no, they don't. You're just going to
just be simple.
Yeah, be very simple, and the message behind it is what's important.
Just look at it, reset, flush it. First strikeout tonight for Emma Kamati.
Well, and Coach Ozzy was actually born in Venezuela. Is the first strikeout for Kamaiti, as you mentioned, Court, but born in Venezuela and then moved to Montreal in 1998. So he's able to speak Spanish, French, and English. And his wife is from Mexico as well.
His son is playing 10U Little League.
He's got a son and a daughter. It's awesome.
And a pop up and scooped up by Sarah Alabasi behind the plate.
Center fielder.
Isabella Deschine up with 2 down. And Team Italy gets out of the inning. They've got 3 outs to work with to keep their summer of softball going here at the World Series. World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Little League thanks its official sponsors, including the original Bomb Pop and Nature Suite, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. Well, it's a last chance for Team Italy. They've got to score here in order to keep their season going. This is an elimination game, and Canada was able to take the lead in the 3rd inning. Livia Ardi in the circle has retired the last 11 batters that she's faced, Michelle.
Yeah, she has been outstanding, and you know, she's controlled the zone, and that's what's important. We mentioned earlier that sometimes she just needs to throw a lot, which tells me she gets better as she goes on. She's got a decent split, more strikes than balls. And honestly, the pitch count at just 71 pitches here going in the 6th inning is outstanding.
And she's going to get a first pitch strike again. We've seen her do that a lot tonight.
A lot, just attacking the zone. And that's when you know that you're feeling confident.
Yes.
You're going at the hitters early in the count, pounding the zone early.
Morgana Chiesny over the head of the center fielder who is playing in, and Chiesny to second. Diving back into second, and she's safe.
I don't know why Deshawn was playing so shallow in center field. She's even took a couple of steps forward as that ball was in the air, and then it beat her over her head. So defensive positioning tough for Canada on that play, and Chiesi able to beat the shift.
So now the tying run is in scoring position for Italy, and Linda Benelli, the shortstop. Bunt right into the glove of Olivia Collard.
Wow, that is a big first out of the inning, non-productive. And you can see Collard, she knows it. She has been outstanding at 3rd base tonight.
Ready when called upon. Olinda Lorenzini. Tell me if you've heard this before. First pitch strike.
Just filling up that zone.
18 first pitch strikes to 22 batters faced.
Ball.
Lorenzini with the bunt. It's rolling back to Ardi. close, but she got her.
Wow.
Sticking with the play was Charlie Ross-Bouchard, who had come over from second to cover first.
Great job of keeping the attention to make the catch and then also get the foot down and make the tag. Got her out twice.
Runner did advance to third, so the tying run 60 feet away now for Elizabeth Silvani.
Oh, it's so important for the catcher, Puga, to be a wall back behind the plate. Olivia has had great command in this game, but with the runner at third base, she has to be so careful. Like that, great job keeping the ball in front. That is exactly what I'm talking about, going down to blocking. When she does block, she keeps the ball right in front of her so that run cannot score. Look at that deep breath. She knows how important that is with the runner at third base.
Strike two. Italy down to its final strike here. We are on the edge of our seats right now.
Literally.
Like actually.
So are they. Italy with a chance to tie here. Canada just trying to close it out. And Silvani's going to battle.
She's battling. And off pitches.
If there was ever a time to throw that slow pitch, that change up, I feel like this is it right here.
Got it on the strikeout. Just the second win for Canada in the last 6 tournaments, and they survive.
I mean, how amazing. They did not win a game the first year they started, and to be able to come back and now make it to the Little League World Series and win a game, second in the last 19 games, that's pretty amazing.
And it come from behind.
Yes.
Italy scored first, and then Canada answered in that third inning, and Hardy just got better as this game went on. This is not an easy elimination game. Close, pressure, nerves. And what a season for Italy to make it here to the World Series and have a chance to represent their country.
Yeah, congratulations to Italy, the team from Bologna, Italy, representing Europe and Africa. A well-played game, but today's winner is going to be Team Canada. And guys, remember in warm-ups, a teammate went down with an injury. They lost their center fielder. They had to overcome that. They had to come from behind. All of this facing elimination, and they got it done.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, this was just a great team effort all the way around. Olivia Artie was outstanding in the circle.
They played with a lot of energy all game long. Remember, they had, I think, 2 outs in the first inning, and they came back with a hit, and that dugout erupted with energy. And they played with that energy the entire game to get this win.
And so now Canada is going to advance to tomorrow. They will face another elimination game, but smiles on their faces right now because they get to play again. It's going to be Washington and Canada tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ESPN2. Our first elimination game tomorrow is New Jersey and Japan. That is the second meeting of this tournament between the two, and Japan won the first one on Sunday 4-1.
It's going to be a battle. That Japan team has played such good defense. New Jersey, their bats have awoke. It's going to be a battle.
Tomorrow we'll be back with you at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN2 for 2 elimination games starting with New Jersey and Japan. And don't forget also tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, the AUSL Pro Game here from Little League. For now, so long. Canada victorious. We will see them on this field tomorrow.